Hey guys, it's Stephen here, back with another video, back with another match preview. Manchester City play Wolves tomorrow at lunchtime in a very interesting game of Premier League football, top of the league. Hopefully we can stay there tomorrow, come around 3 p.m. or something like that. Today, of course, I'm going to run through the team news, try and predict the 11, try and get some idea of how it's going to finish, and also chat to Dave Azzopardi from Talking Wolves for his thoughts and from the Wolverhampton side. It's going to be really interesting. But first of all, we have a new sponsor on the channel, and I'm very excited to be working with NordVPN. Absolutely awesome. And today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about VPN and what it is and what this amazing offer that we've got available for you in the link in the description below. So basically, do you ever worry about your online security? Well, you should use a VPN if you don't already, which is a virtual private network. NordVPN hides your IP address and protects and secures your data, and it allows you to use places like public Wi-Fi and hotspots and all that kind of stuff securely, so you don't have to worry about anyone snooping over your shoulder virtually and stealing your information. The best thing for me as well, you ever been sat there scrolling Twitter looking for goals and whatever and all that kind of stuff, and you see a big account over in America posting a goal, but you can't watch it because it's geo-locked? NordVPN gets you around that geo-locked stuff, and you'll be able to choose a server in a different part of the world so you can watch that content. More content, better security, and there's over 5,200 servers in 60 different countries. Basically, find a server near you for faster speed or in a different location for more content. It's also really fast, by the way. It's been speed tested and it is the fastest VPN on the market. So basically, no slowdown time when it comes to watching content and also protecting your own personal data. And it works on 6 devices as well. Every major platform: Android, iOS, Windows, macOS, Linux. Even your Android TV will work with a VPN. And this is the very good bit now. I've got a very good introductory rate with you now. You can get NordVPN for an incredible rate. 73% off, 73% off purchasing the 2-year plan, which works out about £2.34 a month. That's an absolute bargain for protecting your data and all the extra content that's been geo-locked away from you. All you've got to do is go to nordvpn.com/esteemed company to get your 2-year plan plus 1 additional month with a huge discount. That's nordvpn.com/esteemed company. My own little tracking link there. It's very exciting. Click the link in the description below. Protect your data. Let's get on to Manchester City versus Wolves. This game's going to be really, really interesting. I am recording this in the morning on Friday before the press conference, but there are plenty of things to talk about. And lots of little bits of news, actually, They also surround this game. I want to talk about a little bit of news currently going out there that isn't necessarily linked to the game, but I just find it particularly interesting. There's an article today from Sam Lee of The Athletic where he said that Bernardo Silva is now understood to be much happier with life in Manchester. In general, he's said to have helped his City performances. Good stuff, wonderful stuff. It's what you want to hear. Go watch his dog walking video on Man City's YouTube channel, by the way. It's fantastic. And also, Mino Raiola has been very noisy today. He's been very noisy talking about Erling Haaland's future. He said he'll take the next step. Bayern, Real, Barca, Man City. These are the big clubs he can go to. We all know this time will come. Maybe this summer, maybe not. But there's a big chance he'll leave this summer. I guess at some point he was asked about Man United, and this is his response. Man City has won the Championship 5 times in recent years, significantly more than Man United. Boom. United in the mud. It's factual. I've always liked Raiola. I've always liked him. Either way, imagine Haaland at Man City. Come on, City, make it happen. We can afford him. Maybe the others can't. We'll see. Also, a little bit of news that broke this week is that apparently Joao Cancelo, City going to offer him a new contract, which would be lovely, given how brilliant he's going to be. But this game anyway about Wolves, this is a very interesting game. Wolves are a very difficult side because they are a tough, gritty side to play against these days. They are not the great entertainers, but they are also they are watertight at times defensively. So it's going to be really interesting. Of course, we've just got to the top of the table, and that's where we want to stay. Wolves, of course, nearly gave us a big boost, but nearly holding on against Liverpool the other day until last minute Mo Salah brilliance led to obviously Liverpool winning. But Wolves, they are now in opposition in front of us that hopefully we can surpass, because I want to stay at the top of the table. And I reckon as well the timing of this game is really interesting given the Leipzig game the other day, which was just blah, an absolute, it didn't mean anything ultimately, but the players were a bit frustrated after that. You could tell, and Guardiola, he would not have been happy either, because essentially we could have, played some of the kids, but we didn't because we wanted to win the game and get some rhythm, and we didn't get the Champions League winning money, and it kind of all felt for nothing really, that game, unfortunately. So I'm expecting a reaction actually, which could be a bad time to play Man City v Wolves, as they say, always fear the wounded animal, and Wolves should know a thing or two about that, given that they're the Wolves. Never mind. Either way, this game's going to be really interesting. In terms of the actual team news, as of like yesterday, or I think it was Wednesday, this is the latest news, was that Gabriel Jesus, who trained, and Laporte trained, apparently, Phil Foden is likely to be available tomorrow, which is good news. The City are apparently confident of calling on him against Wolves, according to Jack Gorn. And Nathan Ake is all right after a little back strain as well. So that's good news on that front. Nothing overly serious there. And of course, that leads me to the team news, really, and trying to predict the actual 11, which is going to be really, really interesting. Ferran Torres, by the way, is still out, though he's not far back, and Barcelona stuff's going on with that, but that's a video for another day. In terms of the actual team, I think a lot of players that didn't play the other day, they'll come out of that game smelling of roses because they weren't there, and they were missed. Ederson, of course, will start in goal, but that's not to slate Stefan. Stefan was one of the only players that came out of that game with any credit, actually, but Ederson will come back as the number one, of course. Joao Cancelo didn't play in that game, and he was missed. Absolutely incredible form this season. He'll play there. I'm almost certain Laporte and Diaz will come back in as well into defence, because I don't think Stones and Ake particularly shone the other day, if I'm being honest. Not that I've got anything against either of them, and Stones is fantastic in particular, but I think Laporte and Diaz will come back in. And Kyle Walker will get a chance to rectify after his head loss the other day when he was absolutely ridiculous. He'll start right back. Midfield, Rodri, fresh. He's definitely going to start. Likewise, Bernardo. And then you get to this bit here. I think Gundogan will start this, though he played poorly the other day. I think Gundogan will play in midfield. And then, if Phil Foden is available, I'm expecting him to play on the left. I'm going to put Phil Foden on the left. I think Jack Grealish will play as a false nine. Though it could be that Jesus plays through the middle. Do you know what? I'm going to say Phil Foden, Jesus through the middle. And on the right, this could be Jesus, Sterling or Morris. Take your pick. I've got absolutely no idea how this is going to go. Oh, he's not Jesus. I've already put him through the middle. No idea. I'm going to say he'll play Sterling and go for width. So Sterling on the right, Foden on the left, Jesus in the middle. I could be wrong there, but you never know with this team and this squad. That's what I've gone for. Anyway, let's go to the opposition view. Do let me know down in the comments, of course, how wrong I am with the team lineup. It's very hard to predict, of course. De Bruyne's not even in my team. You know what I mean? De Bruyne could be false nine, by the way. I've got him on the bench, though. We'll see. But anyway, let's go to the Talking Wolves presenter, Dave Azzopardi. Dave's a lovely, lovely bloke. And I did a video over on his channel as well, where you can go and catch my thoughts on the game on his channel if you want to. It's good. It's a good old chat. But this is Dave's thoughts on Wolves.
Hey folks, my name is Dave Azzopardi. I am from the Wolves fan channel Talking Wolves. Hope you guys are keeping well and safe. Yes, I am on a set of stairs, doing anything I can to try and get content out these days. A big thanks to Stephen for inviting me on the channel today to give you a little insight on Wolves ahead of the game at the Etihad tomorrow. Man City versus Wolves. I'm going to be in the away end. Looking forward to it. But for Wolves so far this season, it's been quite strange. I can't quite put my finger on whether it's been a good season or a bad season. I mean, if you look at the league table, we're in an okay position right now. I didn't start off brilliantly. We played up against Leicester, Spurs and Manchester United, though. 3 tough games, and in the end we came away with nothing, which was disappointing because we were the better team in all 3 games. And since then, up until sort of the start of December, we had a real long stretch of winnable fixtures. So I think we put ourselves in an okay position. We dropped points in games we probably shouldn't have dropped points in, i.e. games against Brentford, 0-0 draws against Norwich and Burnley. And then obviously most recently we faced off against Liverpool and held them for 93-94 minutes, and unfortunately they got a winning goal, which I'm sure a lot of City fans are quite disappointed with. So yeah, we're in an okay position right now in terms of how the transition from Nuno to Bruno. Bruno Lage is playing a very similar formation to what Nuno was. I think that's mainly because of the players at his disposal. He's not really been able to put his own stamp on the squad as of yet, but I think he's doing an okay job. I would say he's normally an attacking coach, but you can see our defensive record before this game is very, very good. Among, I think it's 4th off the top of my head. I think we're 4th best in the league, but then our goal scoring is probably 2nd or 3rd worst in the league. So that's what we need to improve on, really. How I think this game will pan out for Wolves, look, I don't really know how we're going to set up and start. We've predominantly been playing a 3-4-3 this season, but it wouldn't surprise me to go a 3-5-2 ahead of this game. just to bulk out that midfield a little bit more, which would mean a midfield for Moutinho, Dendoncker and Neves. Probably Adama and Jimenez up front for Wolves if we were to go with that system. But I don't know, it's going to be a really, really tough game. Obviously, the likes of your guys, Bernardo Silva, has really hit a nice bit of form over the last month or so coming into this game. A player that I really, really like. I think I was asked about it a year or two ago if I could have any other player in the Premier League. I actually said Bernardo Silva. So it's good to see him kicking on now and playing well and getting, grabbing goals. Hopefully he doesn't do so on Saturday, and hopefully Wolves can get a win. Obviously, I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the season. Score prediction, I've gone with my head over my heart today. I've gone with Manchester City 2, Wolves 1. Thanks a lot, guys, and enjoy the game, and I'll see you boys very, very soon.
And do you know what? He's right about Wolves. It's been a really weird season. I'm getting the Premier League table up front now as a reference. But Wolves, they're currently sat in 8th. They've had some decent performances. But the thing that strikes for me is that their games just don't have a lot of goals. Only 25 goals involved in their 15 games, which is probably the lowest, I would guess, looking at the stats. They've only scored 12, which is, I think, the second lowest amount of goals in the league, which is terrible. And then you've only conceded 13, though, which I think is the 4th best defensive record in the league, which is also really impressive. So essentially, they don't score much, and they don't also concede many. I'm looking at the results recently. Of course, Liverpool the other day was so close for us, a bit frustrating. Before that as well, I mean, losing to Liverpool is not embarrassing, but before that, they drew 0-0 against Burnley. They drew 0-0 against Norwich. That's dire. They beat West Ham 1-0. That's good, to be fair. They lost 2-0 against Palace. Beat Everton 2-1. It's been a really weird start to the season for them. 1-1 against Leeds. They don't really have big high-scoring games, which is all set up tomorrow for like a 5, 6, 7 goal thriller, isn't it? Of course, though, they've got the quality players. Adama Traore scored, I think he scored 7 goals for Wolves in the Premier League. 3 of them against Manchester City, which says it all. I do fear Adama Traore's pace and power, and obviously he has immense amounts of skill as well. He's just a bulldozing winger, seems to come alive against Manchester City, and they've got players like Jimenez, of course, who can get on the end of a cross, and they have fullbacks who can, if they turn up, cause a little bit of trouble, you know. Then wing-backs, so to speak. Of course, in midfield, he's got quality there, Dendoncker, Neves, Moutinho, and so on. And they're just a very organised team, and they won't be easy to play against. I'm expecting, though, Manchester City will win this. I'm going to go for a Manchester City victory. I've got to feel confident. I'm going to say it'll be a tough game, but defensively, I think we will break them down, and we'll probably get a goal or so. Goal or two maybe at the end of the game as they're pushing forward. I'm going to go for City 3. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. I'm hoping for a big performance and a big comeback because we've got something to prove after the other day. So I'm going 3-0 Manchester City. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget, you can get your incredible pass for £2.34 a month at NordVPN.com/Esteemed Kompany in the link in the description below. Go and protect your internet. Don't let anyone snoop on all your private data and get all that geo-unlocked content as well. It's really good stuff. Thank you to the Patreon producer Scott Denby and all the names currently scrolling down the side of the screen. Eventually I'll find a studio, by the way. I'm still just sat in the middle of the living room. It needs to be painted still. It is what it is. There'll be a better studio eventually. For now, though, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in a bit.